Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I didn't have time to film a more formal video today, so I thought that I would just show you guys my flowers and garden that I've planted, as well as our pond area. My husband and my grandpa have put in a lot of work down there, and so I just thought that you guys might want to see it. Fun fact, my grandpa actually had an article written about our little area down at the pond not that long ago. So that was pretty cool and super exciting for him. But as I mentioned in a video before where I filmed outside, my papa loves nautical things. He would definitely move to Florida if he could. If his family wasn't here, of course. That's what's always stopped him from moving is us. So he's brought Florida to our little town here in Kentucky. So I think I'm going to start out with the flowers because they're right here in front of me. This is my second year planting flowers. I tried in the past. I actually used to work at a garden center, and I tried to plant flowers in the past and I never could. And finally it worked out where I could keep them alive. I don't know what changed, but I guess I developed a little bit of a green thumb over the years, so I'm really excited about them. I love them. I was able to get some of my very favorite flowers this year, which are lantanas, so I got 3 different pots of those. You want to help me show them our flowers and garden? So I'm going to turn the camera around and show you guys the flowers. Oh, he's showing you his cut. What happened to you, bud?
I was scratching it.
Yeah. Alright, well, let's show them the flowers. Okay, so the first 2 I have here haven't bloomed yet, but they are these, let's see, Annabelle. This one is fuchsia, which is kind of weird because it's white. And then, oh, I guess that fuchsia, or however you say it, is actually the name of the flower. See, I'm totally naive about flowers. I'm just learning, so don't judge me. But this one is Blue Angel, and that one is Annabelle. So that one's white, and that one is purplish blue. So I'm really excited to see what those look like. There's a couple buds here. And then in this pot, and I got all these pots at Dollar Tree. I didn't want to spend a bunch of money in case they didn't live, so I bought all these last year from Dollar Tree. But I have this like ivy and these petunias. And then here's my favorite flowers, these here. These are the confetti lantanas. I feel like I sound so country when I say lantana, by the way. And then this is I'm not sure how to say it, but I think it's dianthus. So this one I need to get off there, but here's the newest one that just bloomed. Sorry, my camera keeps going out of focus. There we go. Okay, and then this is a dahlia. I'm hoping I can keep it alive because my mama is like a great gardener and said she always has trouble with them. Also, ignore our very old and falling apart trampoline. We've had it for way too long and need a new one. And then these right here are so cute. I don't know what these are called, but I love those. And then just like this little succulent thing. And then I have some more lantanas here, as well as these calibrachoas. Now, I had some of these last year, and they were a different variety, but this one is the cappuccino, and I think it's so pretty. And I just love all the colors in this. This one has been claimed by my 5-year-old. It's a candy corn vine. I've never heard of this before, and I just thought it was really cool and unique. I mean, it really does give off candy corn vibes. It says that it does well trained to fences and posts, so maybe I need to put a stake or something in there. I'm not sure. And then just some more lantanas. I really do like this little pot though that I got from Dollar Tree. I think that one's really cute. That is it for the flowers. Now I'm gonna walk you over to our garden area. Now it's a very small garden. This is only the 3rd year that I've done a garden. I did try to plant tomatoes in the past, like several years ago, and just didn't keep up with them. This was probably I mean, when we first moved in here, so like 10 years ago. But 3 years ago, I decided to just go for it. And my mama had gifted us a tiller because she moved into an apartment and wouldn't be able to have a big garden. And so we tried it out and I actually fell in love with it. And so last year we had another garden and we had my tomato plants last year did awesome. This year we've had a little trouble so far. So our tomato plants pretty much immediately once we put them in the ground started getting holes all throughout the leaves. Did some research and found out it's flea beetles, so I bought some like 7 dust to put on them. So far it looks like the new leaves that are growing are not getting holes in them, so I'm hoping that that took care of it. So that was a bummer. That's the first year that I've ever had a problem with bugs. But I think the issue was we didn't till the whole entire garden this year. We only tilled the rows that we were going to plant in. And I think we should have tilled all of the soil, but you live and you learn. So let's just go ahead and walk. So while I'm walking, I'll kind of tell you about our yard here. So we actually own all the way down there. I don't know if way in the distance you can see that playground equipment and the boat and stuff down there. So that is our property way down there. So my papa actually had to buy a couple pieces of property off our neighbors when he moved in here to be able to get that property. So we have a very big yard. And then over here is where the garden is, over by our shed. So this year I planted, let's see, 7 different tomato plants. Some of them are the same variety, most of them are different. So I'll show you those. We have this, I'm telling you, my husband is so good at rigging stuff up. He rigged up this little makeshift fence with some old like netting he found in these like old pool. We had like an Intex pool, so these poles. It doesn't look the best, but it keeps the rabbits out. So you don't have to have a ton of money to start a garden. You can just work with what you have. So as you can see, there's the little holes that were in the leaves, but here's some of the new ones, and you can see they don't have the holes. So that is good. There's still some white powder from that 7 dust on there, but I'm not seeing any of the beetles on there, so that's good. So that one I'm not sure of the variety. This one is called Bliss tomatoes, and I think that they are similar to a Roma tomato, but they are orange or yellowish. This is a Sunchicola tomato. Now I had these last year and they are about the size of a cherry tomato, but they are a little darker in color and they were really good. And the plant did really well for me. This is a Better Boy. I know that one's a pretty popular variety. And then these 3 here, so that one, and that one are Parks Whopper, which I've never had before, and those are supposed to be gigantic. This was exciting. So this is a butter stick squash. I've never heard of that before, but you can see that it's starting to develop right there, and that is always so exciting whenever that starts to happen. So that's the only squash plant that I got this year. This one is a party time cucumber. So it's supposed to be like a snack size cucumber. And then this one is a burpless cucumber. Again, all these kind of have that white residue from the, it looks like something chomped on this cucumber leaf. So that stinks, but it is getting some new growth. So it is still growing. And then all 3 of these are Black Beauty zucchini. So we will have plenty of zucchini. And then something exciting is I planted some mammoth sunflower seeds, so the big huge ones, and they're starting to come up. Well, I got the shadow. Hopefully you can see that, but little sunflower. There's another one. So I planted those alongside. There's another one. So we've done that every year that we've done a garden. I did plant some wildflowers along this front row and some more sunflowers. You can see one coming up there. So as y'all know, we are going on a mission trip to Guatemala, and thankfully my mamaw lives pretty close, and she's gonna come and take care of the garden while we're gone, because my grandpa, he's just doesn't get around as good anymore and won't be able to do it. But all right, we're gonna walk down to the pond and I'll show you that. You got Pop-Tart on your mouth, bud. You ready to walk down with me? We're gonna show them the pond. I don't know if you could see this earlier, but there's one of our big sandboxes. So it is 12 by 12. My husband just cut a bunch of branches off the trees last night, so there's a stack over there that's usually not there. But as I start walking, you can see our pond down there. Also, if you see those, like the basket hanging from the tree there, there's another one down here. So my husband and I love to play disc golf. If you've never heard of it, the rules are pretty much like regular golf, but you throw a disc, which is like a frisbee, but it's heavier plastic. And the sport has really gained a lot more popularity in the last few years. So yeah, he built this 18-hole golf course on our property, and he even made tee pads. You can see one right there. Concrete tee pads to stand on and throw from. So that is, it's always fun to be able to come out here and get some exercise and throw some disc. We've lost a lot of mimosa trees over the last few years. So you can see my husband just chopped this one up. It looks ugly right now because we don't know what to do with it. But we've lost probably 6 or 7 mimosa trees. I'm not sure why. It's like a disease ran through them or something, or maybe their lifespan just isn't that long. They were about the same age, about 15 years old. Okay, so here's where it starts to get pretty. So I just passed our little boat, and you can see all these little paths that lead up to the pond. We have so many honeysuckles this year, and they just smell so good this year. As you can see, my papa loves nautical things. So there's a Margaritaville flag. This one was from my birthday, and he left that up there. These are sailboats that he made out of plywood that he is going to put out in the pond. There's the bottom of one. Another big sandbox. And then my husband and my grandpa built that swing set back there. So, of course, the kids love that. And then he also built an outhouse out here. So he has always loved to build things like this. He even had one up at his old property. So, outhouse. There's another disc golf basket out there. I will. Then there's a bridge that they built. We'll go over that in a minute, but we also have like a little creek that flows from the pond. And my 5-year-old just learned how to swing himself not that long ago.
Yeah, when I was 4.
Yep. So I guess we're gonna go over the bridge. So we are very thankful and blessed to have this property. It's just been awesome, and it's been something that my husband has really enjoyed working on as well. So gives him something to do, and we're just very thankful. It's such a beautiful property, and my kids are super blessed to be able to grow up in a place where they can run and play. There's another little bridge over there. This is a crazy tree. If anybody knows what's wrong with this tree or what this tree is, you can see that all over the trunk has these, I don't know, it's just very odd bark. There's a better look at it. So this bridge we've had a little issue with lately.
Isn't that the shortcut over there?
Yeah.
to over here.
Yep. There's one of the tee pads. You can see a better look at it for disc golf. So our property.
One over there.
Yep. It follows along this creek area, or you could just go up that way. There's another tee pad. And my papa just got a new mower, so that's exciting. And if you all saw my Dollar Tree haul I put out not that long ago, you'll see that we've repurposed that little bag that I found to hold his iPad when he's driving the lawnmower down here. So here's another bridge, and that's our property too over there where you see the signs. There's some geese over there. We always have a ton of geese that come. We're not going to walk over there right now, bud. So over here, this is a shed that my husband built and my papa, well, and some other members of our family. They helped out too. We have a little station here where you can rinse your hands off if you get them dirty, you know, if you're fishing or whatever. My papa was a State Farm insurance agent, and he recently came across this sign of his, and my son is peeing a bit. And then they just decorated it with all this different nautical stuff. This is where the mastermind behind all the plans. Over the last couple years, we've gotten these grasses. I think they're actually irises. You can see some remnants of the flowers left. And then one of the coolest features down here, a few years ago, they built this massive dock. And at the end of this dock is a floating tiki bar. It's a little bit of a mess right now, but they used these blue barrels and fixed a plywood base around them and built the tiki bar. And the funny thing is, my husband just put a motor, a boat motor, down in there so that we can actually like putter around the pond. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, it's a pretty big pond, honestly. My husband just caught I think around an 8-pound bass the other day out of it. There's a lot of big catfish, and my papa lets a lot of people come fish. We have a little picnic area, a couple, you see the signs there. And then my papa loves to collect these Maker's Mark bottles and fill them with colorful food coloring. I think that's super pretty. And then he always paints everything colorful, if you can't tell. Another little picnic area. There's the first dock that they built. And then he's working over here on another boat. This, we normally have some paddle boards and stuff. And then here's another tiki bar area. It's a little messy. Another boat. And then here's another little aluminum boat we have. So this is all those paths I was talking about that you could walk up to the pond. There's that red boat, and then there's the swing set and everything over there. So it kind of just does a loop around. That we also just recently put in this tetherball pole. So yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed seeing a little look around our property. As I said, we're very thankful to have this property. It is such a nice place to relax and raise our kids and get to spend time with my grandpa, who's been like a dad to me my whole life. So we are just extremely thankful. I really hope that you enjoyed seeing it. Is up there, you can see there is our house up there. So yeah, pretty good walk down here. I didn't have a verse prepared for today. I kind of just jumped into this video spontaneously. So we're gonna go back to an old faithful verse, but one of the very best, and it is John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. Such an awesome promise, and the gospel. I can't wait to talk with you guys in the comments, and I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. May God bless you, and I'll see you super soon in the next one. Bye!